everyone. Greetings according to your time. How are you doing? So it is me again, Olufunmilayo. Yes, it is me, Fumi. Yes. So what you are wondering, what am I doing here? I'm giving you knuckles. I'm telling you, love, chop knuckles, chop knuckles, chop knuckles. To every one of you that watched my last video, and to every one of you that watched my self-introduction video, you all chop knuckles. Chop knuckles. Thank you all. I appreciate you. I do not take it for granted. I told you I wear different caps, like, so you may be wondering. So in this video, quickly, I want to give you 5 ways to relate with 5 different types of spouse. 5 ways to relate with 5 different types of spouse. Yes. So if you didn't get a chance to watch my reel on 5 spouses, the 5 types of spouses, go watch it so that you can get the understanding of what I'm going to be discussing in this video. So remember, in that reel, I mentioned specifically that the 5 different types of spouses that we have is community spouse, single spouse, baby spouse. We also have matured spouse. Additionally, we have autocratic and corporate spouse. So, but before I get into the details, I want to give shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone that watched my last video, everyone that commented. I appreciate. I give you all kudos, chop knuckle for watching my videos. So, and also there are some special people that I want to give special shout out to. The first 5 people that shared my last video, on the secret of the bathroom. So the first 5 people that share it within the 5 minutes of posting the video, Fidelis, shout out to Fidelis, chop knuckles, Fidelis, thank you, I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Abiba Oloyede, thank you so much. Leke Ogundare, thank you so much. Shina Oke, thank you so much. Shifiyat, thank you for sharing that video on the 5 secrets of bathroom. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate. And I want to give special shout out to Fidelis. Fidelis is the first person to comment on that video. I appreciate. I do not take it for granted. So, and also special shout out goes to Afolabi Mosumola Oladimeji, Daudu Bamidele, Peter Temitope, Bianca Aneke. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Those are the people that have been sharing my video. Every of the video that I post, they share it. I appreciate it. I do not take it for granted. So back to what I want to teach today, how to relate with 5 different types of spouse. If you have a community spouse, what do I mean by community spouse? A community spouse is for everybody. Community spouse do have a lot of friends. If you have a community husband do have a lot of female friends. So to relate with people like that, you are going to have a lot of patience. And at the same time, you are going to make your self-care a priority. You are going to be the one that are going to make sure that you are not left out of what you need, of taking care of yourself. Because a community husband will not remember you to take care of you, but will be there for every female friend outside. For example, a community husband may not prepare to do something special for you on your birthday. But if it were to be the birthday of a female friend outside, a community husband will celebrate, will remember and prepare far and beyond. So in relating with a community husband, you are going to make sure that you put your self-care and self-need as priority. You look out for yourself. Very important. That is the way to relate with a community husband. And you are going to have a lot of patience, because you are going to be seeing a lot of women flocking around him. So you are going to make sure that you develop a friendship, at least to some level, with those women. So that way you can easily identify when those women are stepping above the boundary of relationship, when they are beginning to get entangled with your spouse. You are going to know. Additionally, you are going to ensure that not everything that you hear from them you are going to be pushing to your spouse, because you will not hear from them again. The communication will break, because a community husband do communicate with their female friend more than the wife. Also, if you have a community wife, a community wife is for everyone. They are so nice, they will be everywhere. They may not remember you, the spouse. So if you have a community wife, the difference between a community husband and a community wife is that a community wife will be nice, generally wants to be everywhere, but they don't, some of them, large number of them to some extent, they don't go into relationship with those people outside, like intimate relationship, but they are going to be there for everybody. They may not remember you. So if you have a community husband or a community wife, you are going to make sure that you know how to relate with them to avoid issue and conflict. Also, if you have a baby husband, as a wife, you are going to be stepping into position of doing a lot of decision, because as a baby husband will not make decision on time. It takes a baby husband to make decision on a single thing, a single small thing. For example, if your bathroom faucet is dripping water and you need a plumber to come and work on it, a baby husband may not know how to go about it. A baby husband will be telling you, oh, we're going to get somebody to come and do it, somebody to come and do it, and somebody may not forthcoming in the next 1 year. Or either they are going to be asking around, asking their friend, asking their mother, asking their sister, whoever that is closer to them, they are going to be asking that person for way to go about it. So if you have a baby husband, you as a wife, you are going to grow up fast, because it is not about age. It is about the mindset. The mindset is babyish, but the age may be advanced. Also, if you have a baby wife as a spouse, you are going to step into some responsibility when it comes to wifey duty, because they may not see it doing. It's going to take them a longer time before they can do it. They are not doing it to hurt you, to spite you, but it is just that is the nature of them naturally. And additionally, a baby spouse will be fearful. So if you have a baby wife or a baby husband, you are going to pick up courage to push it forward, to do something, to be pushful, to have a large goal and a large mindset of doing stuff. So that is how to relate with a baby spouse. But a baby spouse may be loving, may be caring, just that their mindset is not grow up enough to make decisions. And in order for you not to be frustrated, in order for you not to be tired, in order for you not to feel bad about it, and if you want both of you to grow up and do great things, you are going to step into the position of that position. Some people may be wondering, are you the husband right now? It is not because you are the husband, it's because you want both of you to grow, you want both of you to prosper, you want both of you to flourish, you want both of you to do great things together. So someone has to wear the shoe of maturity in that marriage. Additionally, if you have I've discussed the community spouse, I've discussed the baby. If you have a single spouse, yes, you are wondering, single, yes, they are married, but they are single, they don't do things together. So how to relate with someone like that is that you are going to be pushing both of you to do things together. When you have a single husband, yes, married to you, but in the way they operate as single. They go to places by themselves. Majority of the people around them may not even know their spouse. But you are going to be, if it is a husband or wife, you are going to be the one to step forward to make sure that you go to places with that spouse, to also make sure that you identify yourself with that spouse socially, physically, places, and you do things together like family life, like vacation, like saving together, do stuff together, because their mindset is all about singleness. They may be loving, they may be caring, they may be there for you, they may look out for your need. It's just that they don't do things together. Instead, if you want to go to a place, a single spouse we want to go separately without you. So if you understand that, then you are going to know that you are not going to be having issue. So you are going to make sure that you get ready at the time that he or she gets ready, and you get into the car and you both go together. Or you go outing together, you are going to make sure you plan to make sure that both of you go to outings together. So that is how to handle a single spouse. If you have an autocratic or corporate spouse, you know, one thing about them is that they like to hold meetings. Even if you want to ask them for what do you want, dear, what do you want to eat for dinner, you are going to ask them from 2 p.m. because you are going to discuss that over and over again. And the reason why he or she needs to eat that type of food that you are even suggesting. If you want to go to a place, you want to take vacation maybe in about 3 months, you are going to be telling your spouse. If you have a autocratic or corporate spouse, everything that you want to do, you are going to discuss it. You don't do anything impromptu. And if you know that that is your husband or your wife or your partner, then you are going to make sure that you step into the action. Know the time to tell them. A autocratic or corporate spouse is not somebody that you want to go somewhere tomorrow and you are going to be talking about it today. You are going to have a lot of long discussion about it. And if care is not taken, it's going to lead to misunderstanding, disagreement, and conflict. So that is the reason why you are going to know how to relate, because some background at times affects some people. If they come from a background where everything is too formal, even some spouse like that, if they want to eat, you are going to set the table, the dish, everything, the cutleries, as if you are hosting a party. You can't just put food in a plate and put it on the table for them. You guys, both of you are going to be having some conversation on that. So when you have a corporate spouse, a format, one thing about corporate spouse is that they are very, very formal in everything. Formal in the way they handle their affairs of their life. If a corporate spouse give you money to do something, you are going to give account. You are going to bring receipt to the table. If a corporate spouse, a autocratic spouse, give you time to be somewhere, you are going to be there at that time. If you are not there, you are going to have a long conversation at the end of the day. So everything about autocratic or corporate spouse is about formal. They do every of their things formal. Time formal. The decision formal. Money, you have to provide documentations and papers. Even if you want to do something simple thing, repair at home, you are going to provide quotation, you are going to provide invoice, you are going to provide the receipt, and you are going to even give you are going to give like after effect of what you have done, how effective that thing is. So if you understand that is your spouse, autocratic spouse, corporate spouse, then you know how to relate, because all these, if we totally understand it, we will not be having issues in the relationship and marriage. But because we don't know, that is the reason. Because someone is autocratic or corporate doesn't mean that they are not loving. There are a lot of autocratic and corporate spouses that they are very loving, very caring. They do things together, togetherness. They believe in togetherness. They believe in enjoy each other. They look out for your head, for your needs, for your concern. They are there for you. It's just that their nature is in life is just that they are very, very corporate. They are very, very formal. extremely formal about everything that they do. So once you understand, somebody may be a baby spouse with low mindset, but very caring, very loving, able to do things for you and do stuff for you, and may not even cheat on you, may want to live a family life, just that their mindset is babyish. So when you have a single spouse may be loving, caring, it be there for you, just that they do things singly, they don't do things together. Background do affect some of them. Some of them may grow up either with their dad alone or with their mom alone, and it is the mom that does everything alone. So that is what they grew up seeing. And when they get married, it affects them. You know, we all went to the university of our parents' marriage, and what we see, what we saw, and what we've seen do affect us. So that is just it. Community spouse is the only one that is kind of like It is also about the nature of them, because some people, they want to be everywhere, but they don't care for the people that they are supposed to care for. So know how to relate with your community spouse, community wife, community husband. Know how to relate with your baby spouse or baby husband or baby wife, depending on the one that you are and the one that you have. Also, when you have a autocratic or corporate spouse, either autocratic or corporate wife, or autocratic or corporate wife, you are going to know how to relate based on everything that I've said in this video, because ayé kan ló wà, we just need to enjoy ourselves. Marriage ọjà òkùnkùn ni, is a gift, unwrapped gift, and it is only when you get into the marriage that you will see all these behaviors, and once you know how to relate with them, you live perfectly. The highest and the best of all, if you have a mature spouse that consider you very considerate, selfless, think about you first, put you in the first position, either a wife or a husband, please, how to relate with them, don't take them for granted. Please do not take them for granted. Don't break the trust, because people like that are matured, once you break the trust that they have in you, it's always very, very difficult for them to come back. So if you have a matured spouse that is matured in everything, understand that, okay, understand your strength, your weakness, and match your weakness with your strength, and develop your weakness for you, to make sure that your weakness is not showing to the people, to the world. That is a mature spouse may be loving, caring. Mature spouse may be generous. Mature spouse may be someone that is believes so much, someone of faith. So we want to be very careful. But in life, spouse, they may combine either of these types. You may have a baby husband that may be matured. At times, you may have a baby wife that may be matured. Sometimes you may have a single spouse that may be matured. You may have a single wife that may be matured. They are married, but they are single. That is the mindset that like I said. And additionally, you may have autocratic spouse, that is corporate spouse, that want to have meeting upon meeting, do everything formal, may be loving, caring, and may want to do togetherness, everything, make sure that you have everything, but just that part, autocratic. So if you understand that, you will know how to relate. The only one that is kind of like terrible is community, because community spouse, they cheat. And when they are cheating, if you pay attention, you know how to handle with them. You will know how to know when to know and when to cut that tie of who they are cheating with. It is especially if they are not people of faith. So you want to understand all these spouse and know how to relate with them. So who are you? Identify. Do you know who you are among all these spouse? Now you know yourself, because this video is going to be a mirror to you to reflect on yourself, who you are, and the type of spouse that you have, and how to relate with your spouse. So drop a comment at the comment section. Let me know if you have identified yourself, the type of spouse that you are. And if you are single, you are still in relationship, with everything that I've said in this video, you should be able to identify the type of spouse that your partner is right now, and the spouse that he or she is going to be at the end of the day. So drop a comment at the comment section. Help me share this, help me share this, help me share this, help me share this. So if you want to win a shout out in my next video, please let me share this, press love, like, and comment. Thank you. Till I come your way next time, I remain myself, Olufunmilayo, Funmi Solutions TV, FOA. So thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Oh yeah, chop knock, boza, boza, boza. Thank you.